Hello and welcome to another lecture. In this lecture, we will discuss about Reflection API in Java. So let us discuss about Reflection API. So Reflection API is a process by which we will examine or modify the runtime behavior of a class. So if there is a class and we want to know how many fields are there in the particular class, how many methods are there in the particular class, and all other information about the particular class, then we can use the Reflection API. Also, we can invoke methods inside the particular class using the Reflection API. So, Reflection API is widely used in framework design, in IDEs and debuggers. All other fields will use IDEs use Reflection API for code completion everything. So, if a particular method is there, a class is there, then automatically it will import all the methods of the particular class. So that feature is provided due to the help of Reflection API. And another thing to notice about Reflection API is the class is a class which is provided in Java in order to have the access to particular Reflection API methods. So there are several methods which are inside the inside the class method. So there are some methods. Let us see some of the methods of the class. So the first one is get name. So get name will get the particular class name of the particular class. Next method is class.forName. So it will return you a class object, and similar to that other methods are there. Is interface, is array, is primitive. Similar methods are there. So now let us see some more methods which are there in the Reflection API. Here you can see all the methods. So we'll go through some of the methods in the example. So here you can see some more methods. Now let us discuss about the entry points in the Reflection API. So Reflection APIs has three major entry points through which we will access to the particular Reflection APIs. So the first one is using the class.forName method, which is in the static method which is present in the dot class method class, and we will be able to access the particular uh, anything from this point. And next we discuss is next type entry point is using the get class method of the object class. So object class as method we discussed in the object class session that this will be discussing in the Reflection API lesson. So get class will return you a class object. By using the class object you will be able to access all other members in the class. Next method is using the dot class method. So the dot class index will allow us to have directly have we can get a class object like that also, and we will be able to modify the runtime, and we will be able to monitor the behavior of the particular class. So this is about Reflection API. Now let us see some practical programs based on Reflection API. Now let us see a program based on Reflection API. In this program, we are going to discuss about the entry points of the Reflection APIs. So let us see the program. So here you can see a student class. In the student class, I have a field I, and I have a method test method. So this will be the student object. Now let us see how can I access the class objects of this particular class. So here you can see I am using the first notation is the dot class notation, and that will get me the particular class object. Another form is using the class.forName method in the class, and next method is using the get class method in the by creating a new object and getting the object get class method. Like that we can access the class objects. So that is a three different ways. Now let us see the output. So here you can see all the classes are printed their names. That's it about the output of this program. So in this program we are seeing about how we can get the entry point to the particular Reflection API. Now let us see a program in which we will discuss more about Reflection API. Now let us see a program based on Reflection API. In this program we will explain about how we can access fields, and how we can access methods using the Reflection API. So let us see this program. So here you can see I am using the same student object which I used for in the last example. It has a field n and a name m and a method and test method is there, and that is about the student class. And here we can see I am using the dot class notation to get to the class object and getting the reflection possible. And after that I am using the get declared fields to get the field array. So all the fields will be returning into the particular array, and after that I'm looping and printing each value, each meta information about the field, and I'm inserting a particular value and checking the value after all the things I'm doing here. So that's it about fields. So I can access the fields directly using that array and invoking all the methods. Now let us discuss about the method. So method we can directly get declared method functionality is there. So that by using that method we will be able to get the method, and after getting to the method I am printing the meta information of the about the method, and I'm using the invoke to call the particular method. So by using the invoke method inside the reflection API, we can call the particular method. So let us see the output of this program. And before output, let us see some of the exceptions which are occurring, which I need to catch. Here you can see all the different kind of exceptions which is occurring due to the code which we seen above. So that is it about some programs related to reflection API. Now let us see the output of this program. So here we can see each value is getting printed. Now one thing to notice here is here you can see field values are printing, and each values are populating correctly, and method is getting invoked. It is calling whatever inside whatever we have written the code for the particular method, it is invoking. So that's it about Reflection API. So in this lecture, we are seeing about Reflection API, which is the ability to modify and examine the read runtime behavior of an object of a class. So that is it about the Reflection API. Thank you for watching. I will be back with the next section. Thank you.